I'm Feven.
And I'm Helena.
And we're the co-founders of 241 Cosmetics.
Los Angeles-based twins and beauty entrepreneurs Feven and Helena Yohannes may look glamorous, but their beginnings were anything but.
Authenticity is actually, I think, the key to a lot of the success that we have so far.
Born in a hut at a refugee camp in East Africa during a civil war, their family made the dangerous journey from Eritrea to Sudan in the early 1980s, surviving landmine explosions and famine. After winning a green card lottery, a U.S.-based church sponsored the family's move to America when the twins were 2 years old.
You're a product of all of that. So what did those struggles teach you about being an entrepreneur?
I think resilience is in our bloodline. We really saw that you could be met with a lot of obstacles, but sometimes it could be the opportunity.
They found that female entrepreneurs of color were often over-mentored but underfunded. So the sisters used their own money to launch their hypoallergenic line of lip and eye makeup in 2019.
We wanted to be the brand that we didn't see. And that ultimately meant the people who are making decisions didn't look like us. They were really men who didn't have our skin tone.
They used social media to engage and grow their loyal following.
And we're live! 241 Cosmetics!
Within a year, 241 Cosmetics landed on Oprah's favorite things list, and makeup guru Bobbi Brown offered to mentor them.
I also love this formula because you can literally layer it and it doesn't get stuck.
To us, beauty is resilience, and it's really kindness and integrity.
Qualities they saw in their mother, an inspiration for their business.
Our mother would work late nights, and we'd watch her right before she would leave for her nurse shifts wearing red lipstick. It gave her this almost armor of courage to face the world and just feel really polished.
As for that name, 241 Cosmetics, well, that's a play on words.
People would constantly ask, are you guys 2 for 1? And our father, who is incredible, would say, you know, there's no discount on your self-worth.
Their parents, Tesfa Michael and Nagisti, beaming with pride as they spoke to us from their home in Rochester, New York.
Life was not easy here for us, but we knew one thing: if we work as a team and told our kids where we came from, the value of education, the value of self-respect, 241 Cosmetics is their lifelong dream. We are very proud of them.
The cosmetics brand, a nod to the twins' African roots, with product names like the Red Sea and Asmara, their homeland's capital, each with its own affirmation.
You are the most influential person you will ever meet, so it's important that you put that love into yourself.
Their products are already in Bloomingdale's, on QVC, and online, but the ultimate goal is to bring the brand to Africa.
Eritrea has been our motivation. We eventually want to be in a position where we're stable enough to build roads and where our parents grew up, and just to give back to a country that's often been overlooked.
We've had remarkable success, certainly at 241 Cosmetics. The cornerstone, I believe, to that success is probably was my mom. That's actually what came to mind, is our mother, who was a complete champion for us. We had incredible people like Bobbi Brown, Oprah Winfrey, DVF, Diane von Furstenberg. Our mother is without a doubt the driving force, one of the driving forces to our business, and she has Instagram, go sunshine to the world, and it's just her saying, go out to the world, be a light, be that ray. And I think a lot of times it's actually her light that often fuels us. And I met Tim and Jennifer through my younger brother, Nate. Nate actually introduced us, and he invited us by way of Jennifer to this holiday party. And I forget if it was like in Sherman Oaks or somewhere. And so I met Jennifer, and she was just so warm and lovely. And Tim was there too. This really fun gathering. It was very festive. It was the holidays, and she was just so lovely and so warm. And that's actually why I told them, like, you have to meet this woman. And then
I think maybe a year later, we hopped on a flight and to Day to Breathe in San Francisco, and that's actually how we all met, was actually the Day to Breathe.
So I definitely remember the Day to Breathe. I remember the intention was to release, and something that I often think of actually is that surrendering is not letting go, it's staying open, and it's a concept.
Isn't that amazing? Can I hear that one more time? That was so good.
Surrendering is not giving up, it's letting go and being open, I believe, to the universe, and life has to offer you. And
It was therapeutic for sure. Well, what's interesting is that I was definitely surprised, but then I wasn't surprised because I mentioned earlier that I'm a dreamer. I actually told Helena and her husband Umar, I said, I really believe that Oprah is going to surprise us this time. So we found out they were going to be her favorite thing. And then I said, I feel like she's going to surprise us. But I was not prepared emotionally for that.
At the end of the day, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, like Simon said, except, wait. Oh my God.
Wait, it's happening. I tell you why I like it. You can give it to anybody of any race, any gender, any shade of color. That's why I like it. And that's why it's one of my favorite.
Thank you so much. We're just really grateful and a bit stunned.
I'm so happy to be able to share this.
Dream come true.
well, literally stunned. I honestly, that experience was just so affirming, and it really goes our norm when you're aligned, and that was Oprah. That is Oprah.
Yeah.
She's made such an impact on so many people's lives, on our brand ethos, on our brand.
Yeah.
And to get that validation from Oprah, and for her to take her the most precious resource. She took her time to speak to us, and not only speak to us, to acknowledge our business, to acknowledge what we're doing, and it was incredibly validating, I have to say.
Absolutely. I actually, do you remember I was very polite? I asked her, because time is important, story with her, and I told Ms. Oprah Winfrey, I said, when Helena and I were working on the website copy, we couldn't afford a ghostwriter, so we just said, okay, we're going to write it ourselves. So every single word that you read on the website, it comes from us. It comes from our hearts. And book in the background, what I know for sure. And as I was writing her, I was writing her voice. So if you read the mantra behind, actually we're the first beauty brand to incorporate mantras in every single product. So as I was the mantra for role model, I said to myself, well, what would Oprah say? What would Oprah Winfrey say? And then I said, she would say, you are the most influential person you will ever meet. You're your own role model. And so I just started writing in that voice, and then back with Helena, because Helena named all the beauty products. And a year later, we got picked to be her favorite thing.
It was during the pandemic too, where a lot of businesses could die, and she was the lifeline for our business single-handedly. Year of 2020, where toilet paper was our competition and paper towels
and hand sanitizer.
Right. So, and you're thinking, well, why would people buy lip gloss? We're wearing masks. Who's going to actually wear the actual gloss? A huge uptick in sales as a result, as Oprah as her favorite thing. That result, it is an incredible amount in sales, but recognition. And that from that moment, you get her stamp of approval, it opens a lot of doors. Headed to the next phase, which is new products. By the time you do see this video, the products have launched. So we're excited about the new product launches. We're going to Dubai, so we're expanding over there, which is partly why Feven is going Dubai. But we have some exciting things that I want to talk about, but we can't talk about just yet. But they'll go hand in hand with what we're doing at 2 for 1 Cosmetics. So stay tuned.